Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight, because tonight on the Josh Nolan and Oliver S. Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have with us INX Racing superstar Elliott Klein. Welcome to the show, Mr. Elliott.
Hello, thank you for having me on the show.
So, Elliott, let's get restarted here. Like I said, technical glitch. Let's restart this up. So, how did you get started in the racing world?
So I started helping out Hunter Wright with his Pro Late model racing at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, and I met Cooper Ashburn, and it made me want to really do bandolier racing.
So, when you got behind the wheel for the first time, were you the least bit scared at all?
No, sir, I was not.
So, Elliott, when you're out there racing, how much success have you had as a race car driver?
So this would be my first season, so we're not quite sure yet, but we'll hope for it.
Okay. So, Elliott, okay, this is your first year. So, which racetracks are you looking forward to racing this year?
Highland Rim, Nashville Fairground Speedway, and
Okay.
track that we can make it to.
So, have you been out there testing at all, doing any testing for the pre-racing season, or?
Yes, this past Tuesday we rented out Highland Rim Speedway, did some practice.
So, Elliott, okay, how's things going with you and your crew? Your guys getting stuff ready to rock and roll and just gelling, just trying to.
So we've gone through it already. We've already had one blown motor problems, but we've worked through it all, and we're hoping to keep it going.
Okay, so Elliott, okay, let's talk about your racing number. Where did that come from?
So my number 211 comes from my dad next to me here. It's his birthday, February 11th. Is 211.
Okay, so okay, who is all on your racing crew now?
My family, some friends.
So okay, Elliott, okay, alrighty. Looking forward to racing that National Speedway track. Okay, do you have any big events that you're looking forward to that you got on your radar for this year?
Did you say that again?
Do you have any big events on your radar that you're looking forward to racing in this year?
Just hoping to get races done and maybe get some wins.
Okay. So Elliott, do you have a racing nickname yet?
No, sir, I do not.
That's one thing about being a race car driver. You got to have a racing nickname. I bet Dad came up with one for you there.
Yeah, you don't get to make your own nicknames. Usually they're given. So that's something that I look forward to, is to see what his nickname will be and where it comes from.
So, Dad, what are you looking forward to most about Elliott's racing career starting off this year?
Well, I just want him to get out there, give it his all, be as comfortable as he can in the car. And really, what we've said all along is it's all about just steady progress. We know it's going to be a steep learning curve. He does have some track time, but this is his first season. So it's really going to be about going out there, learning something every week. As he said, we've already had some setbacks before we ever made it to the track, but I feel like we are learning so much about the car already. So it's just about gaining a little bit each week.
So, Elliott, okay, with your racing career, what are you looking forward to most about learning about racing?
What it's like up there at the top, getting race wins, knowing. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just hoping to have a good season.
Okay, so who are some of the race car drivers you look up to?
Hunter Wright, he's my mentor, and Cooper Ashburn, he's a really good friend of mine.
Okay. So, who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
So we have Cedar City RV, Red's Hair Studio, Day Racing Products, 31W Insulation. That would be all.
Okay. So, are you presently looking for more sponsors?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay. So what do you like to do for fun away from the racetrack?
I like to play games with my friends, usually Fortnite.
Have you gotten into the whole iRacing thing yet?
Not quite yet.
That's going to be an adventure if you get into that. Definitely. So, what other types of racing do you like to watch?
Formula One. I'm a big fan of Formula One. Sometimes NASCAR. Occasionally when I watch it. But mainly Formula
Okay. So, have you been to any races to watch any races?
I've been to
Went to the Nashville Super
when,
Speedway.
like, was it 2021?
Yeah.
2021, we went to watch a NASCAR race at the Super
Okay.
Speedway.
My next question for you there, sir, is have you met any NASCAR drivers?
Yes, I've actually met Ross Chastain at the Battle of Broadway at Nashville Speedway.
How was it to meet Ross Chastain?
Pretty fun, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he was very accommodating.
Okay. So with your racing career, where do you want to take it as far as your racing career? Where do you see yourself in about 10 to 15 years?
Hopefully at least in the truck series, maybe moving up to NASCAR.
Okay. So do you like to watch dirt racing too, or?
I've never watched one.
Okay. So, alrighty. So do you have anything out there you'd like to say to the kids to help get them behind the wheel of a race car?
You can get more seat time to go to like karting tracks. We do that sometimes for driver development. Get a feel of what it's like behind the wheel. That's probably all the advice I've got for you.
So, okay, if you win a race for the first time, do you have a special thing that you've got planned?
I do not.
Gotta get to work on
That's
that.
something you need to work on too. Figure something out. You got to have a trademark. So, okay. So how's school going for you?
Going pretty good. We started the fourth quarter a few days ago. Nothing much has happened, but
Okay. So what's an awesome day at the race shop look like for you?
race shop is just downstairs in the garage, but working on the car, scaling, doing little tweaks to the car, just testing the car as much as we can.
Okay. So do you help work on the race car?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite job working on the race car?
Probably changing tires,
Okay.
working on the engine. I like to do that.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
this is for both of you
very.
now. This
I'm
next
sorry. I
question.
just wanted to say we feel it's very important that he is active and learning, what everything is on his car, how it works, how to fix it. So he's been very hands-on, and that's something that we really focus on.
Okay. So this question is for both of you. Then this next question. Do you guys have any crazy racing stories, even though you haven't started racing against cars yet in testing? Do you guys have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
Man,
So my first spin,
Yeah.
it kind of threw me around in the car. I was kind of surprised on how it felt. I thought it was way worse, but it's actually just a little push to the side.
Yeah, I think it was good for all of us, his mom included, just to get that out of the way because you know it's going to happen. And honestly, you don't know where the limit is until you spin. And so I was actually happy to see it. It kind of took some of the pressure off, I think. And after that, I mean, he got right back going, and I think it was a good learning experience for him.
Okay, so Elliot, do you have any superstitions, things that you do to give you good luck to help give you some good luck on the racetrack?
I don't. I just get my suit on, helmet on, everything. Just get in the car.
Okay, so alrighty. So do you have a racing page that the racing fans can follow you on?
Yes. It's
We are Klein.motorsports on Instagram and Klein Motorsports on Facebook.
So go hit up Klein.motorsports on Instagram and Klein Motorsports on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. So is there anybody? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that yeah, that's where everyone can find us. You can send us a message, give us a like, keep up with what we're doing.
Okay, so do you have anybody you'd like to send a special thank you out to for helping you get this far with your racing career?
Family, grandparents, everybody who's helped out with the car, sponsors, Hunter for being a mentor, dream to own a car.
Okay, I have another question for you. When you've got your helmet strapped on and you're getting ready to go out there and do testing or go out there and rate and haven't raced yet, but go out and do testing, what helps get you focused to go out there and do that?
I just don't talk to anyone unless they're helping me get my belts on, and sometimes I just close my eyes and take a little quick power nap, and I just
Okay. So do you give him like an extra pump up speech before he goes out and does testing or anything, Dad?
Yeah, sometimes, if I feel like he needs a little push, I'll say something. But in general, I try to focus on the things that he's doing right and encourage those, and let him focus on the positive stuff because I know a lot of these experiences, he's getting them for the first time. So he's really put forth the effort. So I try to stay positive.
Okay. So I got a couple more questions there for you, Elliot. And I'm going to really put you on the spot here. So when you're away from the racetrack, what's your go-to restaurant?
probably NL Rose and Mount Juliet.
Okay. Now I'm going to really take it a little bit further. When you're at home, what is your favorite home cooked meal that your family makes for you?
Probably spaghetti.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So, now at this portion of the show, I like to turn the mic over to my guest, and if they have a couple of questions they'd like to ask me, go right ahead.
So, how did you start the podcast?
How did I start the podcast? It was actually a friend of mine's idea. Just to I've had a love of racing for about 40 plus years and been a racing fan for 40 plus years and just wanted to get involved in racing, didn't know where to go. And I was just like, let's do this. So we started out with a small audience and then it just took off.
Great. Do you have any questions for him?
What else would you like to do with this podcast? How far would you like to take it?
As far as it'll go. As far as it'll go. I'm along for the ride.
Well, it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Racing's been a part of my life. It was something my dad introduced to me and I introduced to him, and he's taken it and and run with it now. So I'm really excited to be a part of this with him.
I'll tell you what, Elliott, in the future, I would love to see you at the Indy 500. That'd be the ultimate dream.
That'd be really great.
You know what happens when you win the Indy 500, Elliott?
I do not.
If you win the Indy 500, you get $3.5 million. That's your money.
Wow. That's
And then you get a brand new car on top of it. So whatever the pace car is that year, you end up with like a brand new Corvette or Camaro out of the deal.
that's really, I didn't know.
Then you get a diamond championship ring, you get the wreath, you get to, and the crazy thing, Elliott, is in Victory Lane, you don't drink soda. You end up with a great big ice cold bottle of milk to drink.
Or
You get to dump that all over your hat. And your crew.
Can't not see Elijah. Exactly.
Do you know how fast an Indy car goes?
For making things
I'm guessing upwards of 130.
Oh, I can't go anywhere.
240.
240, yeah.
240.
And you're sitting less than 6 inches from the ground, nevertheless.
Yeah. That's real close.
Could you imagine going 240 around an oval track?
Yeah, I could, but just the feeling, thinking that could be you is just surreal.
So, Dad, if he was out there getting ready to qualify for Indy for the first time, what would you say to him before he takes the track? In that moment before he goes out on track?
I would just say do what you've done to get yourself here, because if you're there, you belong, and just stick to what got you there. Focus as hard as you can, and just try not to make any mistakes.
Yep, exactly. Exactly, because the month of May is just crazy. Elliott. You literally, to qualify, you have to have 4 consecutive laps at over 200 miles an hour. Yep.
Yeah, they actually have an IndyCar race at the Nashville Super Speedway, which is literally right down the road from us, and I'm hoping that we can go to that race this year, because I would really like for him to experience that, because the speed is on a whole nother level as compared to NASCAR.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. A lot of the IndyCar drivers are nice people, really nice people. Dario Franchitti, former IndyCar driver, TK. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One of my favorites back in the day was, and your dad probably remembers this name, Dan Weldon.
Yes, I do. I do, for sure.
So, Elliott, one of the other questions I have for you is, okay, race car drivers collect things. What do you collect?
I collect mainly Hot Wheels. I like Hot Wheels. They're nice. Racing shirts, racing hats, hoodies, stickers. I've got just anything racing.
Yeah, he's got a lot of my old Hot Wheels cars from when I was a kid, and I love seeing him play with them.
So, Elliott, talking about Dan Weldon, he had one of the weirdest collections known to man as a race car driver. I don't know if you know this, Dad, or not. Do you know what his collection was?
I do not.
No, I don't.
Elliott, you have a guess?
You did look up things the minute you decided. No.
He collected brand new pairs of tennis shoes.
That is a very strange.
The reason that was, the story behind that is, they says, well, why do you collect tennis shoes? He says, the minute I get a pair dirty, I toss them in the garbage and dig out a brand new pair. So in his closet, he had over 300 brand new pairs of Pumas.
Wow.
And when you come to his house, he was like, oh no, you don't wear shoes in my house. I have a set of slippers that you put on when you come to my door. And his other big thing was too, when it comes to his locker and his racing in the racing garage, everything had to look pristine. Otherwise, if something was out of place, oh, he was losing control.
They do, how the average person or corporation can donate or help, how.
And a crazy story about that is back in the day when he started becoming teammates with Brian Herta, Dario Franchitti, and Tony Kanaan, they happened to be over in Japan getting ready to race at a race over in can't remember what the name of the track was, but over there anyway. The guys thought, well, okay, we know what his fetish is, and we know what drives him crazy. So they took all of his left-footed shoes, the ones that he used to push the gas pedal down, and FedExed them back to America. So when it come time to race, he didn't have a left-footed shoe.
You know anything about
That
that?
would be very tough to.
Yeah, that'd be very tough.
Yeah. What would you do if your teammates did that to you?
I'd probably have to be driving with my right foot.
Yeah. But thank you guys again for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. Good luck to you this coming season. Look forward to see how you guys are going to do out on the racetrack. I wish you all the best out there. I will call you in just a few minutes to thank you guys on the phone. I will have you step out. So
All right. Thank you so much for having us tonight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
not a problem.
So how's that going?
Can I join you? No. I guess.
Do you know how to exit out, guys?
Exactly.
Okay, there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Elliott Klein, Klein Motorsports out of Tennessee, and he's getting ready to do his rookie season in IMAX Bandolero Series. Again, would like to thank all of our sponsors for helping, everybody that has helped us out, and our sponsors that have helped us out with the racing show.
Sorry.
If you guys would like to be on our racing show or sponsor a racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712-209-7138, or you can email us at jjnolan151@gmail.com.
Right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, that's
Just to help. So actually leave every now and again.